Welcome to week 1 of the new season of Top 5 Moments. The new meta has a variety of combo decks at the moment, and I'm going to take a look at a few of those today. We open up with a nice clean play by Viper in his quarter-final against Psycho. Take a look as he cleanly pilots the more rarely seen Auctioneer version of Questline Mage to victory.
Just sit back and watch, because this is why I actually like this version of the deck. Another one.
Oh! Is that the literal perfect first 3 cards to draw? Like, Mana Biscuit into the other flow? Like, oh my god.
Did you also misorder that?
I'm not. I think he's just going as quickly as possible, yeah.
Okay,
He didn't actually see the flow draw by the time he'd already committed. He'll be way ahead of us in animations already, as players always are in these kind of things.
It's probably just, I think it's just lethal, right? Because he has the mana now for the ignites that are going to be redrawn.
Yes, I would expect so. We shall wait and see.
As long as he can keep casting those ignites, keep finding them. He still can play Refreshing Spring Water as well, which is going to cycle. Yeah, there you go. That's going to get him more. The ignites will keep cycling. There's double cram session. It's just lethal at this point. And this is why I like the deck. Like, yes, it can be a little bit tougher to get to this point, but once you are, it's almost guaranteed unless you really whiff somehow.
You can see, if you look at, again, just making the point of how far ahead the players get in these points. Yeah. Viper's having a great time. That's not just him swagging on his opponent, killing him one-handed while he has a sip of tea or coffee or whatever that was. That is him being well and truly done, and he is already.
Muzzy submitted and played decks that he enjoys this week, and as a result he was looking back to his formidable best. That was until he made this uncharacteristic mistake, where he seemingly played the wrong gizmo after completing the Rogue questline.
Okay, he's just going to unload the Wicked Set now. Yep. Now only has room for one gizmo. One little gizmo. I think you gotta protect. Wait, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. That's not the right one, Muzzy. That's not the distractor. That's the Nugget Fog. It's the wrong minion. Muzzy, we've been bigging you up. What the heck, Muzz? It's the mole. He was an underground agent.
However, in keeping with the theme of him enjoying himself, he managed to regain his composure and close out the final anyway, to become the Week 1 champion of the Americas region.
The best deck in the game.
Yeah, it's won twice in this final. It dealt the winning blow 2 games ago, and now it's dealing the winning blow in this game, and Muzzy pops off. He is going to be the Week 1 champion. Close to relegated this time, at the end of last year, but he is back and he is in front after 1 week, kind of.
It's only turn 6 and Eggo Waffle is already faced with a druid with 47 effective health to get through. The problem is that he needs to target 3 minions twice in order to get a larger than usual lethal. If he targets his opponent's minions, he can only generate 8 damage from the first Fellscream blast. The reason I believe this is a hard play to spot is that normally your Marags would die, due to only having 4 health. However, thanks to an earlier philosophy, the Marags in this game have 5 health, and so will survive if the small blast is played on them first. A great spot from the new Grandmaster and our Week 1 runner-up in the Americas region.
So the second Fellscream Blast wouldn't be buffed by Talented Arcanist. Right. That's the problem. So it would just be 2 Moargs, which would be 8 damage in this case. So he has 44.
Demons.
Is that 45? Yeah, he should have swung.
We knew all along.
I mean, that's results-oriented thinking, but like, how do you lose if you just swing, right?
Yeah.
You don't need the Persistent Peddler anymore. Yeah, I count 44 damage, and Killen is at 45. He could just put him to 1. Oh no, he can't put him to 1 because then he gains the armor, right? Unless I miscounted it.
Yeah, unless he can clear these. Let's see how he does it.
Wait, what? Oh no, he could do it once on his own, and then this, and then...
Ah! Yep.
I don't even know what happened.
New Grandmaster and Week 1 champion, Gabby, has been recognised as the best player of the new 6 Demons Warlock deck, which has led to the phrase, Gabby would have killed them, being used when other players fail to kill their opponent. Here he pops off to show us how the full combo works, and Sottle and Raven steer us through the action.
And the thing that people have to remember is you can go Stealer of Souls Backfire here, and then if you don't like the look of what you draw, just chill. Just stop there, right? And then reassess the game plan after that, because you're still asking the big question of your opponent of whether they can kill your Stealer of Souls. But this has ended up being a fantastic outcome for Gabby here, picking up that Mortal Coil, as I was referring to. Free Admission as well is huge for him here, because Free Admission can hit Nightshade Matron, which then discards that Hand of Gul'dan.
Yeah, and he is going, or at least he's going to play Free Admission, which is fairly safe. Then again, it's all about just Free Admission. You glance at the demons, and players of this caliber will instantly know whether it's worth or not, right? You just make that snap decision straight away.
I promise you, from Gabby's perspective right now, he has already played the cards he got from the Hand of Gul'dan. That'll be how far ahead he is at an absolute bare minimum. But we'll see where his turn ends up. At this point, it becomes almost impossible to cast because Gabby will be so far ahead of what we're looking at here. Second Mortal Coil is absurd. This is a wonderful pan out for Gabby at this point. But I would be a little bit scared of taking too much extra damage at this point, unless he feels like he's actually going to get the lethal here.
Yeah, he did just see there post-School Spirits. He threw out, I believe, the Drain Soul and a Touch on his 2 Dark Glares to get some healing up as well. So that is going to have some level of effect at pushing back against an extremely early lethal. But you see it there, Tamsin's hit the board, backfires happened, it's all just kicked off, and is Bly's dead? I don't even know.
I think the rope burned out, which is, if the actual animation of the rope burning out happens, that's usually a signifier that they didn't die. But yes, just based on the contents of the hand right now, it was lethal, for sure. So you have to give this one the Gabby would have killed them, right? Like, that's the only way you can really sum this up. Did he?
Gab
Did he?
Indeed jamming right now.
Did he, though? I think this is the end, right? I think Drain Soul was the last action. No! Oh, no! Did he get it? Did he get it?
If he plays like more or less any combination of 2 cards at this point, after that Hand of Gul'dan, right? just nearly hitting fatigue.
Oh! Okay. Gabby would have killed it.
Although he got an early Incanter's flow, Gur's hand rapidly ran dry of useful cards. Despite this, he quickly identified an unusual path to victory, and the Hearthstone gods were on his side to back him up. On turn 6, he makes the decision to Fireball face by recognising that he would not be able to control the board anyway. From this point on, he uses minimal removal to buy some time and takes down the match in a very unusual fashion by using 5 Fireballs all to the face.
There we go. I mean, both players got their flow right. We've got Granite Forgeborn and Incanter's flow for both players, as Trajec is just passing back and forth here, quite clearly demonstrating, well, his game plan, number 1, in just trying to set up for more burst damage, thinking these minions are not strong enough to just throw out, and also realizing the disruption that you can have against the mage.
Might just go devolving.
He does also need to consider that this Thalnos has actually a pretty decent chance of being hit with a Lilypad Lurker, which would be, yeah, hands together in prayer. I think pretty much for exclusively, yeah.
Ever win just throwing fireballs at face? I don't know. Well, if you get ignite. I don't.
Oh my god.
Yeah. A decent-ish outcomes. Evil-ish. Do you ever take fireball?
Do you just kill them? Does that get there?
Okay. Yeah. If you weave in the ping, you're right.
Oh, this is so sick. This is so sick.
What can you discover? There's not enough mana for lethal, I think. Oh, no, there is. Fireball. Yes, hot streak.
The hot streak.
This game. Oh.
No way. That's insane. Trajec, you poor man. We saw what it meant to him. He wore his heart on his sleeve throughout the entire series.